Plan B at quarterback. How do you think this lays out?
Yeah. So, I mean, plan B really to me is if information changes, right? Plan B is if Trey starts to look like the clear cut winner in preseason. And I will freely admit that that's entirely plausible. Jimmy has shown that he's not a great practice player. He has come off as rusty in early games in the season. And so I think that it's at least a possibility. For me, plan B of what the 49ers do for the quarterbacks scenario is the ultimate trade of Jimmy G. I think if it becomes clear that Trey is the guy, you need to recoup what you can and build a better team around Trey. Therefore, you take whatever you can get for Jimmy at that point, which is probably next to nothing. You're eating part of his salary as you send him out to whoever is interested, and you're probably getting back maybe a fourth rounder at that point. But it's better than getting nothing. It's always better to get something than nothing. And if Trey's the guy, then plan B is you got to move on from Jimmy, because then if Trey struggles, you don't have Jimmy there for people to clamor for him to be put into the game.
Right. Yeah. So if plan A is Jimmy plays well and Trey Lance eventually takes his job just because he's better than him, that's plan A. Plan B involves Jimmy not playing well. Jimmy struggles in camp. Jimmy loses week 1. Jimmy gets hurt. And now you are making a move not because you want to, not because it's the best thing for Trey or the team. It's because you're out of options. So plan B is murky. Plan B is Jimmy stinks and Trey goes in before he's ready. And the Niners go from considering themselves Super Bowl contenders to rebuilding. And it's like you're rebuilding with a bunch of 30-year-olds on your team that aren't going to be there next year. So plan B is it's bad. It's not good.
Bleak.
It's bleak. I mean, it's so bleak that you could almost argue if Jimmy goes down week 1 and Trey isn't ready, the right move is to play Josh Rosen. Because why are you playing Trey Lance before he's ready? He's too important to the future of your franchise. Let Josh Rosen take mop-up duty, if that's what you call it. I mean, who cares about Josh? No one. You care about Trey Lance. If you think he's not ready, then nothing Jimmy does is going to change. Only what Trey does is going to change that. So Jimmy getting hurt doesn't mean, okay, now Trey's ready. Nothing changed. Only thing that changed is Jimmy's health. So plan B could involve some weird, like Josh Rosen playing. Yeah. That's why
Nate Sudfeld.
Jimmy's really not or Nate. So that's why Jimmy's really not the ideal bridge quarterback, man, because that's not a sturdy bridge. It's not retrofitted for earthquakes and stuff.
No, it's not. I mean, you would rather, if you're clearly moving on and don't think you have a shot this year, I think you probably want Andy Dalton. You want someone that the fan base is not going to wrap their arms around. If you got to move on from Andy Dalton, sorry, Andy. But to me, that's the advantage of Jimmy is a winner when he's on the field. Not a sturdy winner, but a winner when he's on the field. And so I truly
see, that's what's dangerous about this, though. It's like we got to stick with Jimmy because we win with Jimmy. But chasing that will get you another injury-plagued season from your quarterback. And now what you're getting is Trey Lance playing before he's ready because you held on to an injury-prone guy who wins. Who cares about him?
To further your argument there, if you chase this year as if you have a chance with Jimmy, now you're spending cap dollars. And like last year, we wasted millions on fill-in players that were going to somehow give us an edge rush who all ended up getting injured anyway. Yeah. And all those millions of dollars that would have come forward to this year's cap are now spent because we wanted to stay relevant in a year where, if we had been honest with ourselves, we weren't relevant from the start. Right. And so to your point, if we go into this year believing we're Super Bowl contenders and push our chips into the center of the table, now the team that we're building around Trey for the future is minus those chips, right? Anything we push in this year, we don't have for next year.
That's right. Something to consider. Plan B. BM Onus says the strategic advantage of having a quarterback on rookie wages is it allows you to get a prime free agent like Julio. Jimmy going next year and Cap's going up in 2. Yep. Only question is, do you want to give $64 million guarantee to 32-year-old wide receiver who missed half the season last year? I mean, if you're getting Julio 17 games a year, great.
Yeah.
If you're not, then you could have spent all this money on someone who's younger and better. I mean, you don't want to just, but I'm not, we'll see.
Yeah, and you can't really kick the can down the road with Julio. He's got 3 years left on his deal. They're all above 10 million a year. So if you want to try and bring his cap number down, it's tough without extending him beyond age 35, which seems highly, highly, highly risky.